Hello, gorgeous. Hello, 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 YouTube fam. Happy Sunday. Happy 111. I'm so happy to be here. Today, I have a topic that I trust you will resonate with. If you're a human, you will resonate with this topic. So come on in. Let me know in the comments how comparison is presenting itself in your life. If you feel called, you don't have to. That's okay. We're all at different levels of openness, and wherever you are is exquisite and divine. So before we get started, let's just move a little energy. So go ahead, put your feet on the earth, place your hand on your heart, and place your other hand on your belly. And just breathe in right here, exactly where you are. Feeling the support of whatever you're seated on, whatever your feet are resting on. And just send a little love to your heart space and to your belly and to your amazing self for showing up and for being you. You're amazing. So take a deep breath in through your nose and fill your belly. Let it go. 2 more times. Inhale through your nose, fill your belly, send that heart and your belly love. Exhale, release. See what happens to your shoulders as you exhale. Another inhale, one more time. And exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. That was easy. Okay, so today I want to talk about this thing called the C word, comparison. I know that you have heard this quote, comparison is the thief of joy. Let me know if you know of this quote, and have you ever experienced comparison? I also want to know from you, and if you are a human, you have experienced comparison because it's very much in our human nature to compare ourselves. And I love that saying or that invitation, please don't compare your chapter 3 to my chapter 22 or vice versa, right? Like I believe each one of us is on a divine path, a divine plan that is precisely orchestrated by your higher self, your soul, for very specific individual relationships, experiences, efforty, like obstacles, like all the things. And it's perfect just for you and why you came here. And so anytime you're comparing yourself, you are suffering because you didn't come here to suffer. And the energy of this frequency or the vibration of comparison is completely laden with the ego. And so when you're coming from this energy of like, oh, look what they're doing, look what she's doing, look what he's doing, and then instantly you like, what happened? You feel completely inadequate. Well, why is that? Well, it's because the energy of the ego is a void that will never be fillable. It's insatiable. So your ego will always have you feeling unworthy, less than, like you don't measure up, like you will never have what it takes, which is why so many people stay stuck in a perpetual cycle of unworthy. I'll never have enough. I'll never have what it takes. It's why entrepreneurs are always getting the next certification, the next thing, because they think that thing is going to be the one answer, and it never is, right? It's being able to line up with and sync up with the whole of who you are, which is whatever label you want to use. Your higher self, God, source, Allah, the universe, soul, whatever. And then when you are lined up with that energy, that is the energy of the quantum, of in quantum physics, what is referred to as the field, which is where everything already exists. So your desires already exist. in your vortex, as Abraham would say, in the field as unpotentiated particles. And your job is to have an intention, to have a crystal clear idea of exactly what you want. And when you create an intention, when you focus on an intention, you send that message to those particles in the universe, and you're basically programming it with what you want. It's literally that easy. However, we have not been taught this. So what do? We compare, we compare, we compare, we compare. So I just want to reflect back to you. If you're comparing yourself to anyone other than your higher self, you can stop, and it's totally normal. And when you catch yourself doing this, give yourself a massive high five. Give yourself a pat on the back, because what's happening is that you're going from a default subconscious programming running your life to being conscious of what's happening. And until you make the unconscious conscious, you will continue to have the same experiences over and over and over. And so when we practice these principles that are related to the quantum and infinite, which state, you can create the effect with your thoughts, not the old Newtonian model that says there is cause and effect. You actually can create the effects with your thoughts. And so it's a practice, it's a practice, it's a practice. Everybody wants a silver bullet. Well, I'm here to tell you there is no silver bullet. The bullet is the practice and the conscious awareness. And so today, when I was contemplating on what would be helpful to any of you who are practiced in this energy of comparison, what would be helpful? So 3 cards wanted to show themselves. This is from the Divine AF card deck. You can get these on my website. The link is in the comments. And let's see what wanted to come through. Okay, these are so good. Okay, so the first one is the art of allowing, time to play, hell to the yes, and divine timing. All right, we'll go in the right order. Okay, so the first one is art of allowing. These images are from my gorgeous dear friend, Noha Randa. I just love her art. Okay, so here is the wisdom from this idea, the art of allowing, which is definitely an art form. You are divine and wise beyond measure. Your beingness is the portal to the fulfillment of your soul's purpose. And here is the question. Can you allow your being to be enough? So back to the whole theme of this comparison. Can you, for 5 minutes, stop comparing yourself to someone else that you perceive as having it all, or whatever it is, like they're somehow ahead of you? Can you just allow yourself to be enough just as you are in this moment? Because that frequency is where the gems, the diamonds, the magic lie, always and always. Okay. Easier said than done, and this is a practice. Okay. Time to play. Love, 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 love. Okay, so this is the message for the time to play card. It's okay for me to be playful. When is the last time you had a creativity date with yourself? Place one on the books today and witness the miracles unfold. Seriously, in my experience, when we start adulting, which means navigating all of the obligations that come with being an adult, holding a job, paying the bills, paying the mortgage, doing all the things, parenting, all these things, right? For some reason, it seems like we have this flawed premise that, well, when we start acting like that or being an adult or having these things, then we also can't still be playful or creative or imaginative. And that's crazy, right? And so it doesn't have to be expensive or real detailed. It can just be like, get out your magic marker and doodle on your notepad. It doesn't have to be something like this big to do, right? It's just when you have this practiced habit of just jumping through all the hoops and doing all the obligations, there's no play in that. There's nothing creative coming in that type of energy. And so let me just give you like a real world example of how this manifests in your life. Let's say you have an obstacle on your path and you really want this obstacle to be solved, resolved. You want it to go away. And so, what happens when you get in this energy of like you have to figure this out? You want it gone. You need it resolved. Like last night, when we usually experience that type of situation, we clamp down and we're just we dig our heels in and we get so like rigid. And then when we do that, we siphon off access to the imaginary and the solutions and infinite resources. And so I'm sure you've had the experience when you're dealing with an obstacle and you just are racking your brain, beating your head against the wall, trying to come up with a solution, and it's nowhere in sight. And then you're in the shower and you're just like shaving your legs or washing your pits or whatever. And lo and behold, the solution comes floating into your mind or into your experience, into your energetic field. And you're like, oh my God, that was so easy. Like I wasn't efforting. And it's because of a couple things. Well, first of all, water has tons of negative ions, and negative ions help change your physiology. It changes your biochemistry. So you go from being maybe, let's say, tense and a little bit anxious and uptight to more at ease, more open. And, what's that saying? Nothing can flow to you if you have a closed fist. It's the same like principle, right? But so the negative ions, you're more relaxed, and also you don't have the death grip, and you're a little bit distracted. So you're sort of thinking about shaving or washing your pits or whatever you're doing, and it's almost like you're on autopilot or easy street. You're not like thinking so much. And so the experience comes in. Another example that I know you will relate with is, let's say you have a canker sore in your mouth. Well, when you have a canker sore in your mouth, it's all that you can think about. Oh my God, it hurts to eat. And oh, you have to baby it. And it's like, oh, this is so painful and blah, blah, blah. And it's like all you're focusing on. And then a few days later, you're like, oh my God, that canker sore is gone. Like, wow, it allows you to see what happens with your focus sometimes, and how when you're focusing on what's not working or the problem, you can never receive the answer or the solution to a problem in the same energy that it was created or identified. And so shifting your energy is a very powerful thing. Okay, so the third card, divine timing. There is no timeline. This is my personal lived experience. There is only this moment. Plus, your soul only keeps divine time. That means you are never ahead or behind on your journey. Only and always ROT, right on time for your soul's evolution. How can you honor that today? Like, the way that you create suffering is trying to be somewhere other than you are. And by that I mean the thing that you're struggling with, instead of trying to make it disappear, pull it a little closer. I know that's very counterintuitive. However, you know the saying, what you resist persists. The very thing that you don't want to do is the only thing that you will do that will bring you the resolution, the liberation, the peace, the freedom. Okay, so that is that. So I trust that this will serve you in some way. Let me know in the comments. Divine timing is time to play, and art of allowing. Which one of these is speaking to your soul today? And yeah, this is all such powerful information, and we're not taught these things. And what I know about humans is that we have a very flawed premise about how we be in the world and how to be in this world in a way that's easy and abundant and prosperous. And so coming from a very analytical mind that I have. I'm trained as a scientist, nurse for 24 years, and also a recovering perfectionist. So, in my lived experience, I know what happens when I feel like I don't have control, or there is an obstacle, or there's something that I want to go away. I know what it's like to clamp down. I know what it's like to try to manipulate the players or the circumstance or the timing. It backfires every single time. And so I have done so much study with my three favorite teachers: Abraham Hicks, love you, Abraham, and Esther as well. Joe Dispenza, love, love, love the teachings of Joe Dispenza. And also Lynn McTaggart. She wrote the book, The Power of Eight, and did the intention experiment. And so I have crafted a super simple training called 5 Minute Manifester, which blends science and mystical and the spiritual into a very simple 3-step recipe to help you literally manifest whatever you want in 5 minutes a day. Because the truth is, manifestation is not a mental activity. Manifestation is not something that you muster. Manifestation is not something that you go get. Manifestation is the physical evidence of your focus. Manifestation means to make evident. And so you have two choices. You can either manifest by default, which totally sucks. Been there, done that. Or you can manifest deliberately. You can be a conscious co-creator by focusing your intention, your energy, and allowing it to be easy. So if you are sick and tired of getting the same results, you're going to have to do something different. And so I would be delighted if you tapped into this free resource. The link is in the description. Once you register, you will get the training through email. And I'm also offering what I'm calling a bodacious boundary boost sesh for those who play and engage with this training, because I have found there's a strong correlation between women who are highly, highly, highly intelligent and just kick all the ass in their careers and their professions. And sometimes there's a disconnect between the work and all of that and their ability to have really kick-ass boundaries when it comes to personal relationships and also parenting, frankly. And so I wish I had this tool 11 years ago when I came into this this desire to want to do life easier. Like, I did the struggle bus for the larger part of 50 years, and it's just completely unnecessary. So yes, um, struggle and obstacle is part of the 3D earth plane school experience curriculum, if you will. However, suffering is completely negotiable. You are not required to suffer. Never, ever, 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 ever. So the minute you want to put this thing that's got you all sideways, whatever the circumstance is that you want to go away last night, the more you want to run away from it, the more you are creating suffering in that instant. And so I'm telling you, I understand what it's like. It sucks. However, it's totally on the table. And so I would love to help you learn to sort of roll back the I don't know, the tables, the the pattern. I would love to help you turn back the pattern of your practice vibration, because your practice vibration is equaling the results you're getting now. It's just, it is energy. And so anyway, that's what I have to share. If it looks like there are a couple people here live, so if you would like a reading, let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to pull a card for you. And also, if you would like a card, let me know specifically what it is that you would like some support on. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do a reading for you. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know. And if not, that is okay too. I honor you exactly where you are. And so it doesn't look like anybody wants to raise their hand for a reading, which is totally cool. I look forward to seeing you in the 5-minute manifestor training. If you have any questions or you have any downloads or insight from this conversation, I'd love to hear from you in the comments and the discussion. And until next time, keep being bold, keep being brave, and remember, you are amazing, always and always, even and especially in the moments where the effery is all over the place, the lemons are on their doorstep, and the poop is on the fan. See if you can invite yourself to ask, what is in this for me? Where is the diamond in the rough? What beautiful thing is on the other side of this poop? Because I'd love to know. All right. Peace out, everybody.